Yo guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to go over how I go consistently viral on LinkedIn, generate thousands of quality leads inbound in the process, and how I close deals without a sales chat and without a sales call. So let's get started. What you can see in the screen here is that in the last 45 days, I've generated 2.4 million views organically on LinkedIn. As you can see, there are some peaks. There's like a nice peak here. There's like a nice peak here. But as you can see, the baseline, my drawing skills are amazing. It's like a 50 to 60K impressions organic every single day. So I'm not spending any money on ads, not for this specific funnel. And it's generating thousands of dollars on the front end alone. More on that in a second. And it's not just impressions, because if I go to our CRM system, which you can see here, you can see that we hover around, I would say 200 leads to around 800 leads per day. Imagine your pipeline if you get 200 to 800 leads organically every single day. Like, how easy would it be for you to grow your business? So, well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly the #1 post I use on LinkedIn to get this number of traffic, to generate this number of leads, and to convert this into cash as well, right? Because likes and views ain't paying the bills. But as you can see, there is like a nice range. For example, a few days ago, on like the 7th of September, we generated like 711 leads in one single day. And like I said, it's not just that, because when I go to our inbox, like the last few days, like we closed $4,500 without a sales call or sales chat. So these are people that came into my funnel on LinkedIn and decided to make the down payment to join our program, which is $1,500. As you can see, I've never spoken to these people. I don't really know who they are until they enter the funnel and just decide to spend $1,500 straight away. So what does this tell me? Well, there's a lot of trust built in this funnel, right? Because otherwise, why would people spend this money, spend this amount of money straight from the get-go? Well, what I'm going to show you is the #1 post that I've used consistently to get this number of organic impressions in the last 45 days. So where most people on LinkedIn, I don't know how familiar you are with that, but most people on LinkedIn these days are complaining about reach is that. I sent out an email yesterday to my email list proving the exact opposite, which you can see on the screen, right? So what are the posts that I'm using for this? So for the sake of simplicity for this video, I just have I've just taken five examples, but if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you can see almost every day I go viral. And what do I mean with viral with this post? It's a post that has at least more than 1,000 comments. As you can see, 5,688 comments, 300,000 impressions on one post. Like, bear with me, I'm going to explain exactly how these posts work in a second. But as you can see, one single post generated almost 300,000 impressions. I don't know how familiar you are with running ads, but if you have to pay for this number of eyeballs with paid advertisement, you're going to need a lot of money. And we get it for free. And like I said, it's not just one time. Like the second time here, another 3,000 comments, 168K impressions, 220, another 300 comments. As you can see, and the list goes on and on and on. And then again, 2,400, 146K. Well, you get the point, right? 2,400. Like, I'm proving it's not luck. Like, going viral on LinkedIn these days, it's September 2025, is not luck. And in this video, and if you go to the rest of my channel, I explain this strategy in absolute detail. But let's say, what's happening here? So as you can see, I go viral almost on autopilot. So in the last 45 days, like the sample size that I'm showing here, I've gone viral with 45% of my posts. And like I said, where most people complain about reach being dead or viral is like luck, I'm proving the exact opposite. And at the same time, at the front end, I'm turning this into money. Like I said, these are people that I haven't spoken to, not on a call, not on a chat. Most of them are not even connected to me, but they see my content over and over again, and they decide to take the leap because there is so much trust built. So let me just unpack one of these posts. So as you can see here, let me zoom out a little bit so we can I have that in the screen. So in this post, I talk about GPT-5. This is a post from 2 weeks ago, as you can see here. It's a post from 2 weeks ago, and by then ChatGPT was still was just launched. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see it. I'll do this here so we can zoom in a bit. So what I talk about here is I talk about GPT is the best copywriter I've ever hired. It generated me over 300,000 in pipeline in the last 4 weeks. Everyone is bullish about GPT-5, myself included. Instead of messing around, I just build a new copywriter, one that doesn't do X, Y, and Z, but it does this and this. Together, they drive your lead gen, hooks, content, no templates. And then here, this is the key one. I'm like, yo, if you want this system, oh, you can't see it here. If you want the system, DM GPT-5 or comment GPT-5 and it'll DM you the whole system. Then here you have a nice visual, which very much plays into like the whole, this is fucking horrible. Let me do this. It plays into the whole GPT-5 narrative. And you can see 3,000 comments. If I scroll down a little bit, 220K impressions, which is sick. So let's unpack this for a second. So let me just remove some of the So why does this post do so well? Well, first of all, I play in on a trend. GPT-5, like I said, is the hype, especially 2 weeks ago, and I think still I tied into a result that I got with a specific time frame, add some personality, and then here I start talking about value. Like, yo, instead of messing around, I build a new copywriter, one that doesn't turn like ask for a raise. It works 24/7. Here's how it works. So a little bit of breakdown. And then here I start speaking to the desire of my audience, because I know my target audience, coaches, consultants, founders, they just want more leads. And that's basically what I help my clients with, driving inbound leads. Like everyone kind of these days does outreach and shit. We help our clients with driving inbound leads. That's literally the whole framework that I have here. It's literally like this part. Like I said, we generate like 200 to 800, sometimes 2,000 inbound leads a day with this system. And this, so I talk about this in this post, a little bit of explanation, and then here, like I said before, I just, yo, if you want this system, comment GPT-5, and as you can see, 3,000 people. So all these people raise their hands in the comment section like, yo, Jesse, I want this system. So what happens then, I DM them the link to the resource, which is usually hidden behind the opt-in. So I capture their email and I can start the nurturing process. I'm not selling straight away, but I'm like, yo, I've got these resources, check out this, check out that. Usually from people from LinkedIn, I send them to my YouTube because I know it's valuable for them. Like most likely you're watching this video because at some point in your life, at some point in existence, you've seen some of my stuff on LinkedIn. Why do I assume that? Because I got a big brand on LinkedIn, nearly 70,000 followers, and YouTube is still pretty small. But anyways, as you can see, 220,000 people online seen this post. They see my name, my face, everything, sorry. So it's just insanely good marketing. And like I said, not all these people turn into leads, into clients straight away. But doing this consistently is the exact reason why on the front end, people just pay $1,500 without a call, without a chat. And this is the type of trust that we also help our clients build, because through this process, through consistently putting out so much value that your target audience cannot deny your authority, people will pay, people will book on a call. So like I said, most people these days, they try to get leads through outreach, through just messaging people. But I'm flipping the script here. I'm just like, yo, just position yourself as an expert, like publish the right piece of content and let the people come to you. Because especially LinkedIn, it's the biggest B2B platform in the world. It's like over, oh no, that's not the right thing. It's like over 1 billion users. So imagine if you just have a fraction of that coming to you asking for your services, your offer, your whatever you provide, right? Imagine the impact on your business. So this is just one example. And then the last thing that I want to talk about in this post before I go over how you can do this for yourself is the visual, right? So you see there's a keyword here. I talk about LinkedIn, copywriter. And here I'm like, yo, these prompts turn GPT-5 into a 3K per month copywriter. Because I know the majority of our target audience, like I said, coaches, consultants, founders, at some point in life or at some point of their business journey, they have paid for a lead gen or a ghostwriting services. Usually when people come to us with that experience, it is not a bad or not a good experience, right? So I know that by speaking into this pain point and flipping it as an advantage, I'm talking to the right people, because I'm like, yo, hey, this resource is free. It's a full system. And you can use this to replace your 3K per month ghostwriter or copywriter. Well, I know these people won't be happy with me posting this, but as you can see by the sheer number of people just engaging and seeing this, I know I hit a nail, right? So this is something I'm going to use continuously. So guys, how do you create one of these posts yourself? Well, the very first thing is your hook. So with your hook, and I'm going to show an example in a second, you want to talk into a common pain, a desire, or an outcome. So if you can see in the example here, this is a different post. Also, this one got like massive traction, like 160K impressions, and also like 3,000 comments. By the way, if you don't believe the screenshots, just go to my LinkedIn profile, go to my content, and you just literally see that I go viral, like I said, 40 to 45% of the time. Anyways, as you can see here, I talk into like a dream outcome, like a desired outcome. Like I speak to, like I said, coaches, consultants, founders that usually struggle with marketing. How do I know? Because I talk to them, right? So I'm like, yo, with GPT-5, it turns you into a elite LinkedIn marketing. Cool. So I talk into the outcome. Then in the second line, and this is extremely important, you want to show a direct ROI of the post by hinting at the giveaway. So as you can see here, I'm like, yo, steal these prompts to create your own 6-agent content team. So I'm not hiding that I'm going to give away something. I'm just literally above the fold, because the post on LinkedIn will be cut off here. So you will see more here. If you're familiar with the dynamics of LinkedIn, like that's where the post gets cut off, right? So I'm instantly showing that, hey, with this specific post, I'm going to give you these prompts. So people are like, damn, I don't have to read a one-pager, or I don't have to like sign up for something, etc. I'm like, wow, I'm going to get access straight away, right? And then the third step, and most people do not do this because they hide the call to action at the end, clarity at first. So what I mean with that is that here, directly at the start of the post, I'm like, yo, comment agent, and I will send you the full, yeah. So what this does, like in the first 3 lines, I speak about an outcome they want. I hinted at the solution, and I tell them the exact next step. Well, in a world where people have the attention span of a potato, like this takes like 5 seconds, right? To scan this whole post. And then with the visual, I didn't include this in here, but it's like a visual. It's very similar to this. People instantly know what to expect, right? And as you can see, the data does not lie. Like I can think that this is great, but the data backs it up, right? Again, if you don't believe this yet, go to my profile and you'll see that I go viral like every single day. Plus, you can see here, we got the receipts to back it up that it actually leads into business straight away. And at the same time, like all these people, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, all these people that are getting into my platinum at the start, like let's say the people here, like the 200 or the 750 every day, all these people are in my ecosystem, being nurtured through email, watching my YouTube videos, and at some point they're like, okay, Jesse, I've seen enough. Can you tell me how we can do this together? Because I understand that this might be a little bit of an overload of information, because there are a lot of moving parts, like to put a post like this together. If you need any help with that, I got you covered, guys. Because if you want to get started yourself, I'm not going to ask you to book a call or to do anything here. What I have combined for you is like I have built a free toolkit. It's in the description of this video. Perhaps you've already seen it by watching this video, but check it out below. It's a free toolkit. It's a Notion doc with everything you need to get started with these types of posts. how do you build the hook, to hint the giveaway, to give the call to action, some of the visuals, all the things you need. And hopefully, if you reached to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And if you like this, make sure to drop a thumbs up, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.